Nice move overall on the day here in Canopy. That's going to be CGC is what we're looking at, Canopy Growth Corp. Now, buck 70 is where we ended the day, up 33 cents from yesterday's trading session. That's about 24%. So pretty decent move in here, especially coming off that big pullback we had in here last week where you had that high to low buck 80 to right around 130 this week. Green candle in here on some volume as well. Low of 118, high of 170. That's where we ended Friday's trading session. So where does that currently put us here on the weekly chart? Well, our next resistance is going to be up here right around those 220s. Above that, we got this upper trend line here right around that 240 mark. And then above that, we're basically looking at every dollar, right? So this is $3. This is basically four, more or less, a little bit less. And then you got $5 here. That's kind of what you're looking at as you're busting through this upper trend line here. And if we zoom out, you can kind of see where that has been basically a long, just ascending wedge here that finally ended up bottoming out here back in April when everything else did. Support wise, what are we looking at in here? Well, if this 9-day EMA does hold, it's going to be a buck 49. Below that, it is going to be the 131 area. Then we're looking at 103, and then all the way down here at that 77. That's basically where we clocked in those lows back in April. So your RSI is growing just a little bit in here, but nothing really too crazy to worry about in here. And like I said, we're on some volume compared to last week when we had that pullback. If we go into the daily chart and you kind of see where everything has been trading the past week or so, you can see we filled this gap from about a week and a half ago. So that is good news in there. So depending on if we're going to be gapping up or down on Monday's trading session, we're going to see if we're going to breach through this little minor resistance right here at the 195s before we get up here and then touch these 220s. If we cannot do that, then obviously back down here right around that 9-day EMA, which is currently trading at 148. That's kind of what we're looking at in here on the daily and weekly charts. Now your IV ranking here is at 26, right around an 18-cent expected move by this coming Friday, but basically you kind of had that same move happen in the past week or so. So 18 cents, that's going to be nothing in here, even though that's what everybody's pricing in because the volatility has been sucked out. But an 18 cents move day is nothing for CGC. Now it is going to be low risk, low reward in here. So if you're trying to shave some cents off here and there, basically you are going to get that 20 basically 15-20 cent move basically priced in every single day in here, even though you do have the options basically only expecting that same move by Friday. So that's kind of where the volatility is, right? So it's going to go up 15 cents, back down, and then vice versa. So that is kind of what we're looking at here overall for CGC. Again, if you want to tighten up your supports and resistances, 197 and that 148, but really we're looking at the 220 and the 131 areas as our long-term supports and resistances in here. All right, guys, if you like this video, make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We also have a Discord service if you are interested, and you can find all of our socials in the description below.